Hey, hi, welcome to UiPath Bonds. So, you are practicing by following our previous videos, right? So, in this video, we are going to learn about while activity. How to use while activity in UiPath Studio. When to use while activity. What are the differences between while and for each? How to decide to which loop we need to use. So first, what is while activity? It executes a specific sequence while a condition is met. The condition is evaluated before each execution of statements. So, similar to other loops, this activity also works on the condition. So, whenever the condition, as long as the condition is true, the set of activities inside the body of while activity are going to execute. Now, what is the difference between while and other loops which are available in UiPath? For that, let me explain you with an example. While, say for example, while and for each. For each also works on looping a set of activities, right? Similar to while. Then when to use while and when to use for each. So you may get one interview question. What is the difference between while loop and for each loop? When you are going to use while loop and when you are going to use for each loop? For that, your answer should be this one. If you are aware of how many values are there in the collection or the input to this loop, you should straight away go to for each. Static number of values as input, you can go to for each. If you're not sure about the number of values, how many times you're going to loop your sequence or your activities, in such scenario you have to go to while. So we are not sure how many times our condition is going to true. So condition is going to true. So in such scenario, dynamic input, right? So clear, right? So it's a straightforward answer. When you are sure about the input, like how many times you are supposed to loop the activities, then you have to go for each. And you are not sure about the input, how many times the condition is going to become a true, then while. Similarly, if block. So if you are sure about the condition, so only two outputs for the condition, either yes or no, true or false. So in such scenario, you're going to use if, true or false. Say for example, switch also, switch case. So this is a loop where you have to redirect your flow, right? So you're sure about the output, you're sure about the output, how many times it is coming and what will be the answer. Based on the output, you are supposed to redirect the execution flow. So this way we have multiple loops and multiple scenarios where we can decide which activity can be used. So without wasting our time, let's move on with an example. Now let me give you an example. So there is a manufacturing company which is manufacturing mobiles. Okay, so daily there will be many mobiles manufactured in the company. So what they were going to do, daily they are supposed to give some identity number which is unique number to these mobiles, and they are supposed to keep in some racks, or they are supposed to ship those mobiles, right? So in such scenario, we need to automate the process, asking the worker to provide how many mobiles being made per day, that day, right? Sorry, excuse me. Right? So using this, you are supposed to provide service tags, which are nothing but your identity numbers, TT codes to stick on mobile before shipping. Okay, so this is your task now. So in order to do this, which one out of these loops, which one you are going to use now? Now you decide which is the best activity. While, obviously, because we are not sure how many mobiles been made per day, right? Today it might be 5, tomorrow it might be 4, and after tomorrow it might be 10. So every day this is going to be changed. It is a dynamic input. So in that case, we straight away use while activity. Now let us move on to our studio. So let's create a sequence while example. So as a best practice, give an annotation, and this we are going to use while activity to provide service tags for mobiles, right? Now let us have a plan how we are going to proceed with for this. So what and all we did, we have created a sequence, give an annotation. Now what we need to do, we have to ask the worker to provide how many mobiles being made for that day. How you are going to take the input? We have to use a input dialog active, right? Give some dialog title here. Give some label. Hi. How many mobiles been manufactured today? Right? Now the input which is given by the worker should be saved here, right? In a variable. So use Ctrl K. This is a shortcut to create a variable. So use Ctrl K and give a name to your variable, mobile count, enter. As soon as you create a variable, you are supposed to check the variable type. It should be integer and the scope, right? So that's it. So now what is our next step? We have to provide service tags to stick on mobiles before shipping, right? This is our next step. How to do this? we have to use a while activity, and we have to loop the while activity, body of the while activity. So what it should give, it should provide a service tag. So we need to generate a service tag. So let's the service tag, for example, let us take the service tag format as something like mobile X, since this is a 2022, and then say 1. Say next will be MobX 2022 2, something like that. So it will be keep on increasing, right? And always every each code, identity code is, that is service tag, is unique. So we are supposed to create the service tag, right? So to generate the service tag, these many times, how many times if we give, say for example 5 as input, so today 5 mobiles been created, so 5 identity codes needs to be generated. MobX 2022 4, and then MobX 2022 5, right? So in order to loop this, providing a service tag to generate the service tag, we need to create 5 times, 5 loops, right? So now let us go for Studio and then use a while activity. Okay. Then this int mobile count is our input, right? So we are going to do some expression here using this one. So starting with 1 till it reaches the input, right? So starting with 1, we have to increment this value in next one, and then 3, and then 4 till it reaches the input. So when we are supposed to loop, when we are supposed to execute this body of the while these many times, we have to start with 1 and we need to do while many times until it reaches the input, the given condition. So 1, another second time will be 1 plus 1, and second time and third time will be 2 plus 1, something like that. So every time we are incrementing with 1. Got it? Now we need to have a variable which is nothing but a counter. You know this counter concept, right? So we are going to have a counter which is nothing but an integer variable, and always see the scope and give a default value here. Remember this counter, okay? So our condition, so what it should be, so it should start with the counter, and counter should be always less than or equal to the given input number. So if suppose it is the given input says 3 mobiles per day, so 3 times this condition should become true, right? When the counter is greater than the given number, that means it will not going to execute the body of the while, right? So this part is clear. Now what we have to do, say suppose the body, suppose first time counter is 1, since it is less than 5, say for example mobile count has 5, it is executing body. Then for the second time you are supposed to increment this counter, right? So now we are going to increment this counter. So let us use an assign activity inside the body. So now that it has 1, what we are going to do, we are going to increment it. Okay, that's it. Now how to create, now we are clear with this. Now we are going to work on the service tag part. So this is our format. Now how to create this? For that we are supposed to have a container. We need to save all these service tags and we need to provide it to the worker, right? So where we are going to save this? We are going to save in a list. Why list? Why not array? Array also serves this feature, right? Like we can save n number of string values, right? But why I am preferring list is here we are not sure how many service tags I am going to create. So it might be 5 today, tomorrow it might be 10, and after tomorrow it might be only 3. So always it is dynamic. So if it is dynamic, then we need to go for list. If it is a fixed one, then we are supposed to go for an array. So this makes the difference. So you may get an interview question, what is the difference between list and an array? Then you can give a common one saying both serves us to save values in it, multiple values in it of the same data type. But the only difference here is if the input size is dynamic, we are supposed to go for a list. If it is static, we can go for an array. That's it. Done. Now coming to Studio, now we decided to go for a list. What it will be containing? It is containing service tags. So list of string, right? Just type list here. Out of all this we are supposed to go for the string generic one. Where is it? Yes, system collections generic. So just select this part, and which type it should be? It should be of string of list, because our format, service tag format, it is having both numeric and this one. This is string, right? So we are going for a string of list. Done. Now we have to give new list of string. Okay, done. Now we are going to generate service tags. For that I am going to use a method that is add to collection. This is a method to add the elements, to add the values to any of the collection. So let us give the inputs. So what is the collection name here? It is list of service tags, right? And what is the value to be passed here? It is, say for example, MobX 2022, and this is going to be incremented with counter. Since this is not a string, let us change this to string. Right. Now since this is, say it is giving an error, see, because type argument being default as object. So now let us make this as string. Done. So what we are doing, we are taking input, how many mobiles been manufactured per day from the worker, and then we are looping that many times. Inside loop, what we are doing, we are generating a service tag, right? And that all the service tags will be saved in a list. Now we have to give the output, the number of service tags to the user. Hi, please use these service tags. Okay, now what is the service tags here? It has okay, what it has, where are the service tags been saved? List. What is the variable name? It is service tags name. So you are supposed to copy this. Let me open this for easy understanding. Okay. So what we are using environment.newline for a new line, and then we are giving all the service tags which are generated to the user. Let's see how it works. Save this, run this. So it will ask us to provide the number of. Hi, how many mobiles been manufactured today? I'll say some 7. Hey, super. Hi, please use these service tags. So we got all this right, and if you observe, each of these service tags are unique. That's it, done. So our while activity helped us in accommodating this task, right? So I hope you got this, how to use while activity and what is the difference between while and other loops, and when to use while activity with respect to the work or the task which been given. In terms of interview also, we have covered few questions on while activity. So let us meet in other videos using to use other loops. So if you like this video, please share with your friends and colleagues, and do not forget to subscribe our channel if you are a new visitor to our channel. For more videos, please keep on watching our channel. Thank you so much. Bye.